If I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, I would open an abortion clinic just so that I could call it Hasta La Vista, baby. I don't want to make a blanket statement, but I strongly feel that Afghans make the best Afghans. I've been told that I'm a skeptical person, but I'm not sure how much I believe that. I recently made some burgers, and one person said, "Wow, this burger is great. That's why I love you." Which is a bizarre thing to say, since it's basically a confession that their love is conditional. But that's good to know, because if I ever want to remove them from my life, I now know that it's as easy as no longer making them burgers. Or even just making them burgers that suck. Thankfully, my close friends have never used that expression with me, which is ironically why I love them. We have no choice but to share our world with bugs, because apparently the all-wise creator of the universe thought that humans and mosquitoes would really hit it off together. Now granted, mosquitoes at least seem to like us humans, but if I heard that all bugs were wiped out overnight, I wouldn't skip a beat. In fact, it wouldn't bug me at all. Fireworks were invented over 1,000 years ago, yet a surprising number of people still seem to enjoy them. I would personally argue that they're outdated at this point, although that obviously hasn't stopped religion. Because we have electricity now. So whenever I hear somebody get excited about fireworks, I assume that they also light their home with candles. But despite being ancient, fireworks appear to be here to stay. For example, I recently went to a St. Paul Saints home game, and despite the Saints losing, they still gave us a fireworks show at the end, which felt like we were celebrating the loss. So now I'm wondering, when a St. Paul Saint dies, does their funeral end with confetti dropping on all the attendees? American Coke will soon be made with real sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. But that means that American Coke and Mexican Coke will be identical. So how will our government know which Coke to persecute? Trump wants the Washington Commanders to change their name back to the Redskins, which is strange because I thought that Trump preferred orange skin. I've been sleeping with a CPAP machine for about a decade now, so I recently asked it to marry me. Aww. Although I almost didn't ask because CPAP machines are loud. Thankfully, I can drown it out by playing brown noise on repeat, which is like a more soothing version of white noise. But that track is only a few minutes long, so it gets played hundreds of times every night, which has convinced the algorithm that brown noise is my favorite song of all time. So when I recently had some friends over and asked my HomePod to play us some music, it started out with some great songs, but within 15 minutes, that real music turned into shh. My friends took this as a super passive-aggressive hint that they should leave. While I am a Minnesotan, that level of passive aggression is even beyond my abilities. One last one here for you. I've never been an ass man. And I think I know why. Because when I was coming of age, the internet speeds were rather poor. So pornography would slowly load from the top down, and I would never last long enough to see anything below the waist. Some would say that's premature ejaculation, although I was by no means mature yet, so how else was I supposed to ejaculate? Thanks, I'm Dan Huso. Woo!